and Huskar, by the way. Like, that's the only way I can see them losing some matches.
Or maybe the rationale was that let's leave the Huskar in the pool because you're not always going to be able to ban this out. So let's see if we can deal with it under these kind of circumstances. You know, they're relying on Lorinov here with the Matador Storm Spirit. They're like, brother, this Huskar is the bull. Do what you need to do to keep this guy diving in and out. And we might have a small server issue here. And nope. You know what? One thing I've noticed actually relative to the rest of the teams in the division, that Nigma and VP/Chimera are very, 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 very strict upon the rules. Like, these guys don't play around. There's no favors being done. It's like, listen, we all agree to these rules. We're going to abide by them. If you ask us something that's outside of that purview, we will say no.
Sigma moment.
Yeah.
Sigma moment.
I mean, the reason why this is so is because I know that for a fact that these guys just want to get to the grand finals and that's it, right? And they know they're gonna be there. It's not even a... Unfortunately for these other teams, I'm not taking anything away from them, but for now at least, there isn't any third team that might challenge Nigma or VP. So they just want to get through. And one of the reasons why they don't want to change to use servers is because you'd have to restart the game, and that takes time. So I'm pretty sure they just want to play, you know, and end the game like they did in today's first series.
Like, let's just get this over with, gang. We just want to do our thing. Gosh. Well, if they have said G, we're just going to be waiting for the confirmation on the other side. And indeed, it has come. And here we go. Zigzag says G. Sadly, he is not playing his Pudge today. He has cottoned on to the Innocent/Whitemon meta, playing in some Ringmaster. Yeah, good hero, but feels bad, man. I wanted to see a more exciting one.
Well, Ringmaster is also pretty cool. They're smoking up, going for a play, maybe some wards as well. Mostly with the smoke, you just want to plant some wards, some good vision.
See, they're gonna go all the way on the other side. Haven't planted any big wards just yet. They have their customary middle one, and sadly they're not gonna find anything here. So should be a 2-2 trade unless VP cotton onto the fact that they've seen nobody, no smokes have been popped, and try to get aggressive, and that's exactly what they're gonna try and do. Dahak and 1J heading towards the bottom side, but Dahak now will find himself in proximity of these pop smokes, but he just took the Watcher just before the smokes pop. Dota2, game of margins, and this margin favorable for the Dogs here.
It's an interesting build from him as well. I'm looking at the hack. What's he gonna go for? When I say interesting, I mean very standard right now. The Vanguard into Halberd most of the time. You get the Halberd and then you can play off of that.
Oh my god, did you see that, bro? What 1J just did?
No, I didn't. What happened? Blinding Light?
What a player. So 1J, well, he didn't just Blinding Light, right? He first just waited, baited them into thinking he didn't go Blinding Light, and then as soon as they got close, then he Blinding Lighted and took the rune. What a player.
Jebaited them, huh?
So that's 3-for-1 trade to start the game off in favor of the side of Virtus.pro. So talk to me about these lanes. We haven't actually asked this today. Where is the kill lane? Where do you envision the first blood taking place?
Let me see. Probably on top, maybe mid. If Huskar missteps, misplays it. Also could happen on Lorinov. I feel like if you feel that you're much better and then you're playing into a Huskar, that can make you a bit cocky, and then you get too many spears on, you die. Bot lane is... honestly, anything is possible. Like, if it was a normal matchup between two very similar teams, I'd say top lane, most probable, with bot lane having very low probability of a kill. But seeing as it's not so, I feel like anything can happen.
I love how you It's the mark of how long you've been in Dota that you've grown to appreciate chaos more than just like, oh, it's very structured Dota. You get so excited when the game just goes to hell and back. You're just like, yes, that's what I want to see.
I mean, that's when you don't know what's gonna happen. You know? Oh my god, man.
Oh
like,
my god, okay. You said there was some possibility, but you would have been lying if you said to me the Morphling was going to be the hero that dies first in the bottom lane.
That's literally what I thought was gonna happen. Literally, I thought, okay, he's gonna mess up the attribute shift. I didn't think it's gonna be this bad though. He basically used waveform. I don't know if the camera was on him. He used waveform on top of Kotl, and Kotl just used blinding light. That's it. He came to 1J. 1J was running away and just killed him off with blinding light. It was kind of sad.
But it's all good. We're getting the cheap deaths out of the way.
Yeah.
You know, just to make sure it's done. Now we're good. Now we're good. We're back on track.
They're making it interesting. You know, don't wanna have it too easy for Virtus.pro. Gotta give them a kill or two. You know, make it more competitive. That's what that like was doing.
In the top lane, we see this Temper Assassin trying to farm away. She's doing pretty decent in the CS department. Behind only this Huskar right now, and unfortunately, now that she is about to hit level 3, I think the window for trying to kill her has kind of passed. Unless you can do it literally right now, you're not going to be able to do it anymore in this lane.
Yeah, you get level 3. Also, we'll see what CM goes for, if this will be for the first level of Frostbite. And then you get some kill potential as well. Yep.
Good lane. They're TPing in to try and punish this Huskar. He actually lived to try and go onto Lorenov, but now Blinding Light pushes him back towards Virtus.pro. There's going to be a blood grenade thrown in. Do they have the damage to kill him? Another Frostbite? 1J dies first, but Panda will follow him. Huskar is down for the count. How much can they clean up here on the side of VP? Lorenov has quite a healthy amount of mana here, Liz. 666 is in trouble. He's going to die too. And Zigzag, as soon as he gets caught by the Frostbite, immediately into the electric vortex, and he will also lose his life. 3 heroes die mid all of a sudden? What the hell?
Man, you know what? The craziest part is I liked those ice shards, but the snowball might have been unnecessary to go back in. I feel like if you save your Huskar there and you go back, that's fine. It didn't look like that bad of a play initially, but the moment that the snowball is used, I knew they were in for a bad time, going on to a Storm Spirit like that.
Radiant are scanning.
Not nice giving away. It's one thing to give away gold to a Crystal Maiden, but you gave away, let me just tell you her inventory. Boots, Award, 2 mangoes, Blood Grenade, as well as Clarity. She might, no, she's fine. She's cool. They're fine. So much gold, almost 600 gold picked up right then and there for this Crystal Maiden. A hero that normally finds a success through experience and not money, so giving this early injection to her can be very problematic for the side of the winners. And they managed to find the kill. Frostbite out, thankfully the fissure will be there, blocking away TA2000 from the chase.
Honestly, winners, they have some cool defensive spell usages. So far, at least, they've had them. Like, the Ice Shards were good, this Fissure is good as well. As long as they don't overcommit and play it like this, I feel like maybe they can play around the Huskar.
Boarding top, they want to try and find a fight here. They're going on to this Earthshaker first, but here comes the teleportation from the top to try and turn around onto TA2000. They do kill the Earthshaker first, and they might have enough to bring down the TA. Ice Shot blocks the TA in, but she's still fighting. Do they have the damage to bring her down? No! Listen, she's still alive! What the hell is this? Another 3 heroes falls in the top lane. Huskar shows up, goes in with the life break, looking for Rain. Rain attempting to TP out, but should die in the fountain. Indeed, that'll be the case. But nonetheless, it's a 3-for-1 trade. Morphling also under a little bit of pressure down bottom, and everything not looking solid for winners.
Yep. Once again, the defensive move is alright, but the aggressive move with the snowball just gets punished immediately. And an unnecessary one again on the TA that does have refraction charges. You're in for a bad time if you try to kill her off without any ways. Like, you need a Huskar there. If Panda was around, I feel like damn, if he got there earlier, maybe they get even more kills. But without him, TA is not a kill.
I will say that that kill was also one of those scenarios where we see the impact of the refractor facet. If she doesn't gain that bonus damage, she's not able to kill the Ringmaster first before the Tusk comes in, so very, very nicely played by TA2000, recognizing his strengths in that moment. Now, might try to angle towards getting himself this Wisdom Shrine with the help of Laranov. But there's also some Radiant heroes here from Winners. Zip forward, they want to try for it right now. TA2000, 1J gets the Shrine on the other side, but they almost lose 666. He's still alive inside the snowball, going towards TA2000, but unfortunately will now end up dead. One is down, they might go for a second. There's Sun caught in the corner, doesn't have a blink dagger, so no way out for him. He'll end up losing his life. Morphling has shown up right now. Frostbite immediately to prevent him from just killing off a target. These heroes are still alive. Laranov TP's out right in front of their faces. No way he gets out, and indeed he does. Blown back by the inner fire. Rain though, what the hell? They killed Panda? They will end up losing these heroes, but they drew so much attention. They stole the shrine. They got a kill on the other side of the map. What do you think, Liz? Who actually ends up on top after this exchange?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, of course it's VP, right? Like, of course they come out on top, but one difference between this one and the last series is you can see that the other team is at least putting up a fight. And that's something that is commendable for Radiant. Like, they didn't let that shrine be just taken without consequences. They made some plays there. At least.
Thankfully for them, they still haven't lost any of their tier 1 towers, so despite this 2k gold lead for VP, there's still more work to be done by the Dire lineup, and they can try and put that work in on the bottom lane. As they put the Frostbite in onto the Tusk, they should be able to make some turnaround happen, but he still dies too quickly for the rest of the team to show up in time. He shards himself actually right next to these illusions, and Sun also helped doom him a little bit by blocking the escape. He also killed Sun's courier. That's kind of unfortunate, but it did deliver the clarity before it went down.
Yeah, they want to dive anyway, and they can.
Gonna start onto the Sun, looking for the Earthshaker. He's still alive right now. Does have the Echo Slam and will deploy it. It goes out, but there's just not enough follow-up from the rest of his lineup. He will go down. But the rest of his team finally starting to stream in. Nice shots, blocking 1J from being able to escape. He will end up losing his life very early on. Panda dives forward with the life break, but he's so low on HP. Salvation provided by the Ringmaster, but that salvation is fleeting. As the Hawk able to pick up the double kill onto Panda. With the Frostbite out onto Tusk, they might make it another hero go down here. It's already been 3 to fall, now make it 4, Liz. VP, massive trade, and in front of the tier 1 tower, no less.
Yeah, just taking everything that they came for. Meanwhile, TA taking your triangle as well, farming it, farming on top lane as well. Just yeah, in full control of the game they are right now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Again, Liz, the bright side, there's still tier 1 mid, there's still tier 1 bottom. The map is not fully opened up just yet.
Yeah, the bright side is they have Armlet on Huskar. It's not super bright, but it's something. They have it at least. By the way, Solar Bind on Coral, even though he's playing with Huskar, with Storm, I mean. Interesting.
I suppose this is really good against Huskar, right? The slow over all that duration. We're gonna see a small fight. Both supports are in massive danger, and I think both of them are going to end up dead. Zigzag goes first. 666 will follow him thereafter. But will he? There's no way he survives this. Look, he's gone, and the tier 1 tower is also going to fall middle because the Siege Wagon has been demolishing it in the meantime. So now that these heroes return, we're going to get another tier 1.
Yeah, to be fair, you have a little bit less mana to give when you're a Coral without recall, but a lot of magic damage on their side, right? To work with Solar Bind. The whole toolkit of Storm Spirit, Crystal Maiden, Darkseer, basically all magical, so with a little bit of physical damage. So.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Definitely worth it to get the Solar Bind.
I just woke up. Leave me alone.
Also, the magic resist at max level Solar Bind, that should be pretty good against like Earthshaker, right? at this stage of the game.
Yep.
Inhibit him from doing that much.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Even the Huskar, actually. How much the percent again on the solar mine?
It is 20%. Level 1.
Level 1? 40% level 1? Maxed out level 3? Are you kidding me? Okay, that's good.
Yeah. It's a decent chunk. The only reason why this hero was viable on mid lane.
Radiant's bottom tower
Solar
is
Bind,
under
Dagon, Vessel builds.
Morphling? Uh-oh. He's in trouble. Gonna wait for him down, but he's dead. They got him. No way out of this one, buddy. Gonna try his best. The Ringmaster's gonna try and bail him out of trouble, but he knows his life is forfeit. Rain even commits the full freezing field to make that one happen. They threw in the Wheel of Wonder, but now that they know that there's no more wheel, they're gonna dive forward. They're gonna try and find this kill. In the meantime, though, Larnov was interrupted by the full stuns, and look at that massive big strike coming in from TA2000 with the side blades, and all of a sudden Panda finds himself way too far forward. He's gonna die as well. Sun was able to ensure that they got the kill onto Larnov on the back edge, but definitely not worth it in the grand scheme of things. Another 4 heroes fall to the side of winners.
Yeah, definitely not worth it, but a lot of gold was given to the Huskar for that kill. That was a wicked 6 streak, so not too terrible for him in particular. For everyone else, definitely terrible. Shaker finishing off his blink, by the way. The next wave should assure it, so another nice thing coming for Radiant. They will have the Blink Dagger initiation option.
Looking at the Water Boy down bottom, what do you think he should be building this game? He's going right now for the Manta into Butterfly as usual, but he's got Vlads only at the moment. Is there any deviation from this build that could assist in this game, or do you kind of have to go for these items?
Well, these are the best items I think that he can get. Maybe not Vlad's. You're playing into Darkseer, but
Speaking of Darkseer, he actually just dropped his wall onto this Morphling, and all of a sudden Larnov shows up out of nowhere. And I love the fact that they feel so confident that they can drop ultimates, despite not being confident it's going to get the kill, but being confident is going to zone them away long enough that they can pressure the tower.
I'm probably sure that he was aiming for a kill there. It just didn't happen. They're testing their strengths at this point. TA?
Well, TA gonna get caught very far away from the rest of the team, and this time around, nobody around to interrupt the Wheel of Wonder. They do find the kill. TP out from this Crystal Maiden. She's able to get herself to safety, but that's a pretty massive kill, and that's also going to enable them to come back bottom and defend that tower too.
Yeah, pretty cool
Radiant's middle tower is
Blink Dagger on Shaker, right? Like, helping out. Plus Huskar into TA. Doesn't matter how tanky you are on TA. At this point, he can take you down. I mean, they could maybe even take this fight on Winners Esports.
Impalement art connected onto this Coddle, but unfortunately not enough follow-up there. The Earthshaker was positioned to blink forward. His blink was off cooldown, sadly. Now it's back. Let's see if they want to try and progress forward. Let me keep onto the Huskar. He wants to try and find some vision. He's going to be scouted by the Sentry Ward, though. VP saw this move coming, and they're not going to get caught by it.
They don't have any utility on their Darkseer. He went for Vanguard into Blade Mail, so they can't really take a fight at the moment, it seems like. Instead, they're gonna go for... Well, they do have Crimson now, never mind. That's decent utility into these heroes.
This is a massive problem. Like, while they were taking the Tormi, we saw the rest of Winners trying to aggress onto the Storm Spirit, but they didn't find that connection. And I feel like in a game like this, you're not going to get better opportunities than that, where one of the massive cores is isolated from the other big cores. So now Darkseer is next to him again with that Crimson that you mentioned. I don't think you'll be able to get this easy kill on the Storms. They're going to be the ones that start the fight from VP, going directly in onto the Tusk. Jump back in, Echo Slam, looking for the Storm Spirit. But where is the follow-up? Where is the damage? There's the vacuum from the Darkseer with Blade Mail on, zoning everybody back. They kill the Earthshaker, they kill the Tusk. The right clicks from the TA, able to bring down the Huskar. And that's it. I was wrong. Way under 20 minutes. Wait, over 15 minutes, Liz. That's it. It's fine. GG, well played. Virtus.pro take game 1 as Winners Esports. Tap out, feeling they can do nothing more in this game.
Ah, it is what it is. I feel like you